Hi guys, and welcome to this video dealing with constructing a table of values. Now, I so desperately want to do the corny joke of table, but I think we're past that now. Yes? No, I'm going to do a corny joke at some point or another. What are we dealing with today? Well, actually, before we go into that, I'm Darren Maths Guru, and it's really good to see you. Can you subscribe to my YouTube channel and head over to mathsguru.com and sign up? It is all free to do so, and subscribing just lets me know you're watching. Yeah, it's nothing weirder than sitting in a room talking to yourself, which I seem to spend an enormous amount of time doing. Even when I've got kids in the classroom, I feel like I'm talking to myself. Sorry, I'm taking, all right, hold on with the bad comments on YouTube. Let your mates know as well. All right, I just want to make maths interesting and engaging and humorous and above all, just easy. Right, what are we looking at? Know how to use a formula to construct a table of values by hand and using a CAS. Obviously, this is a CAS course, so being able to do it by the CAS is really important, but so is doing it by hand. Rightio. In previous lessons, we've looked at how to substitute a single value in. So you know that equation we had as 40t plus 10, what was that? That was to try and work out how much the cost of a windsurfing thingy, a very sporty cost. Well, there we go. Well, in that situation, or the question we had, they said, well, let just t equal 2. But why did we do 2? What if I wanted it for 3 hours? Or what if I wanted it for 4 hours? Or what if I wanted it for 10 hours? Or what if I wanted it just for the hour? How would I work out all of these values? Well, believe it or not, I'd use exactly the same equation. We would just need to find some way of making the data that we get out make a lot more sense. Okay, so there we go. There we've got this equation. We've got this C is equal to 40t plus 10. Now, generally speaking, values we're putting into the equation are called our input values. So because we are generally looking to put the value of t in, that would be our input. And the C, what we get out after we put it in or substitute it, is our output. So that's important to know just in case later on we get questions that talk about inputs and outputs. But the value of t, as I've said there, can take all sorts of different values. Now we're going to leave that example and come to one that's sort of the Cambridge the Cambridge the Cambridge General Maths. I'm recording too many videos. The Cambridge General Maths textbook is actually doing, and here is one here. So we got a formula for converting degrees Celsius or centigrade into Fahrenheit, and it looks confusing, but generally speaking it isn't. It says that F is equal to some fraction, which is 9 on 5, multiplied by my degrees Celsius or centigrade, and add 32. So I'm going to do something. I'm going to put my centigrade in, I'm going to multiply it by 9 on 5 and then add 32. And obviously the question says, I want you to find all the values of F for the values of C that go between 0 and 100. And it says they're intervals of 10. So it's saying basically start at 0 and then go 10, 20, 30, 40 and all the way up to 100. Well, we can do that, and yes, absolutely. If you can see here on my screen, I've actually got an example where we put each of those individual values in. So you'll notice here, we've got 9 on 5 times 0 plus 32, which gave me the value of 32. And then I've done 9 on 5 times 10 plus 32. Where to get the 10 from? Well, these are the values that my my C is going to take. So I could sit there and do all of those. There's got to be an easier way. Yes, well, of course there is an easier way. But let's just check what comes out first to show that we can use our CAS later. When I did that, that was the table that came out. So here are all my values of C. I put in 0 to 100, and there's 32, 50, 68. And again, look at this, 32, 50, 68. So those are my values, and I kept going all the way up to 100 degrees centigrade. Why? Because that's what the question told me. They wanted me to start at 0 and go all the way to 100. Let's see how to do it with the CAS. Right, well, I could show you on the actual CAS, but it's just annoying, so I'm going to do the screenshots and talk through them. Right, first things first, I loaded up a list and spreadsheet, and I put my titles in of C and F, and I always do that first, because if you put them in later, it's going to delete all of your values. So put the C and the F in first. That's from my formula. Remember, because we've got F is equal to 9 on 5 C plus 32. So we're going to put in the values of C. This here is my input, and F is going to be what's coming out. Right, so I put 0, 10, 20, 30. I just type those in all the way down to 100. The next thing I did there was put in the formula. Now you'll notice the row that's got the equal sign, that's where you put the equal sign. Now, when I put in F equals, or it did that for me, 9 on 5C plus 32, and I hit the enter key or the execute key, what came up was like conflict detected. And it said, do you want a column reference? Because we know that there's a column called C, or do you want the thing called C? And that's where you change column reference to variable reference on the TI Inspire. I think the Casio is probably cleverer than that. And then, lo and behold, when I go to the next page, out comes a whole load of values. Now, I've made this column here slightly wider so that you can see that that's my formula I put in. So it was equal to 9 on 5C plus 32, ka-ching. And what it's doing is it's taking this value here, and then it's giving me 32 out. It's taking 10, giving me 50 out, 20, and giving me 68 out. And were those the values we were expecting? 32, 50, 68, 86, blah, 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 blah. And yes, it's done it all for me. So much easier. Now, there is another way of doing it on the CAS. This is definitely not on your course, but some of you may be interested in doing that. Now, the first thing you need to do is make sure that all your variables are cleared. Otherwise, your calculator goes completely mental. Yes? And then I do, in this situation, I said, well, I'm going to make all of my values of F. Actually, that's wrong. No, it's not. I'm going to make all of my values of F. Now you have to do the colon and the equal sign and then the curly braces and put all of your values that you're looking to substitute in inside a set of curly braces. Yep. Then when I put in 9 on 5F plus 32, because I've defined F as all of these values, it actually spits out all of the values substituted into this one equation. Now again, if you don't understand that, don't worry about it. If you want to have a go at putting it in, knock yourself out. It's flipping awesome. It's just another way of doing it without necessarily using the list and the spreadsheet. And I'm done. Thank you very much. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Table of values. Darren, Maths Guru, done. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already done so, subscribe and help my mum not have to watch all these videos. Head over to mathsguru.com where there's videos and downloadable notes and time codes and all the exam questions and all the rest of the stuff. And let your mates know. Otherwise, maybe I'll see you on another video. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.